You know the feeling when you click on something and then nothing happens, and for what feels like an eternity, you click again and nothing. So you click 5 more times, and suddenly everything opens up, and your computer has a complete meltdown. Well, we've all been there. I'm Ross Whitmore from Northern Technology Services here in Petoskey, Michigan, and today we're talking about simple ways to speed up your computer. And I mean actually simple, not simple if you have a computer science degree, simple. Look, you don't need to be a tech wizard to make your computer run faster. Most computer slowdowns have surprisingly easy fixes that take just a few minutes. So grab a cup of coffee and let's turn your digital turtle back into a digital rabbit. So, first, let's get one thing straight. Computers don't actually slow down with age like cars do. What happens is they get cluttered with digital junk, overloaded with programs you forgot, you installed, and stuff full of files like a digital hoarder's paradise. Think of your computer like your house. When you first moved in it, it was clean and organized, and you could find everything quickly. Now, over time, you've accumulated stuff, lots of stuff, and now you can't find your keys. There are your boxes stacked everywhere, and it takes forever to get from the front door to the kitchen. Your computer works the same way. It starts fast and clean, but gradually gets loaded down with programs, files, clutter, until it's struggling to keep up. Now, the good news is, unlike your house, cleaning your computer doesn't require a dumpster. So here's the easiest speed boost you'll ever get: stopping programs from starting automatically when you boot up your computer. Right now, you probably have dozens of programs racing to start the moment you turn on your computer, like eager puppies all trying to get your attention at once. Now, here's a quick way to fix that. Press Control, Shift, and Escape to open the Task Manager. Click on the Startup tab and prepare to be amazed at how many programs think they need to start immediately. Look for programs you don't use daily. That photo editing software you installed months ago, it doesn't need to start automatically. That game you played twice definitely doesn't need to start. And right click on programs you don't need immediately and select Disable. Don't worry, you're not uninstalling, you're just telling these programs to wait until you need them. And if you see something you don't recognize, Google it before disabling it. Some things actually need to start automatically, like your antivirus software. Your computer, it's kind of like a closet. So the more stuff you cram into it, the harder it is to find anything. And when your hard drive gets too full, your computer starts struggling just to find space to work. So here's your storage cleanup game plan. First, empty your recycle bin. I know it sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people have gigabytes of deleted files still taking up space. Second, clean out that downloads folder. Remember our file organization episode? This is where it pays off. Delete those random PDFs you downloaded once and never looked at again. Third, use Windows' built-in disk cleanup tool. Type disk cleanup in your start menu, select your main drive, and let Windows find temporary files, old system files, and other digital debris you don't need. Fourth, uninstall programs you don't use. Go to the settings, apps, scroll through your installed programs. If you see something and think, what is it, or I forgot I had that, well, it's probably safe to uninstall it. Your web browser is probably one of the most used programs on your computer, and also one of the biggest resource hogs. Browsers love to collect digital souvenirs in the form of cache files, cookies, browsing history, and here's how to give your browser a tune-up. Clear your browsing data regularly. In most browsers, you can press Ctrl-Shift-Delete to open the cleanup dialog. Get rid of those images, cookies, and browsing histories from the past month. Check your browser extensions. Click on the extension icon, which usually looks like a puzzle piece, and see what you've got installed. That coupon finder you installed 2 years ago, the weather extension you never use, it's time to say goodbye. Consider your tabs. I know, those 47 open tabs are all very important. But each tab uses memory, and too many tabs can slow everything down. So try bookmarking those pages you want to read later instead of keeping them open. Your browser is still slow, then try restarting completely. Close all your browser windows, wait a few seconds, and reopen it. Sometimes browsers just need a fresh start. And I know, updates are annoying. They always seem to happen at the worst possible time, and they take forever. But outdated software is like trying to run a marathon in flip-flops. Technically possible, but not recommended. So here's a smart way to handle the updates. Make sure you set automatic updates for your operating system and security software. These are critical and should happen automatically. For other programs, update them when they're not in the middle of important work, maybe Friday afternoon or over lunch. Don't ignore those update notifications forever. They often include performance improvements along with new features. But here's a pro tip. Don't update everything at once. Because if something breaks after an update, you want to know which update caused the problem. Update a few programs, use your computer normally for a day or two, then update a few more. Now the real question is, when was the last time you actually restarted your computer? And not just close the lid on your laptop or put it to sleep. I'm talking actually restarted it. If you can't remember, that might be part of your speed problem. Computers are like people and they need to rest to function properly. When you restart your computer, it clears out temporary files, resets the system processes, and gives everything a fresh start. So here's a simple rule. Restart your computer at least once a week. Set a reminder if you need to. Restart Wednesday or fresh start Friday, whatever works for you. And when you restart, actually restart. Don't just use sleep mode. Sleep mode is great for short breaks, but a full restart is better for performance. Think of sleep mode like a nap and restart like a full night's sleep. Your computer needs breathing room to work efficiently. So when we talk about storage and when your hard drive gets too full, your computer starts gasping for digital air. As a general rule, try to keep at least 15 to 20% of your hard drive space free. And here's how to check. Open your File Explorer, click on this PC, and look at your main drive, usually C. If the bar is red or nearly full, then it's time for a serious cleanup. And if you're running out of space, consider moving large files to external storage or cloud storage. Those vacation videos from 2019, they don't need to live on your main drive. Move them to the external drive or upload them to cloud storage. For photos, consider using a cloud photo service like iCloud. They can automatically back up your photos and remove them from your local storage while still keeping them accessible. Now, some programs, they're memory gluttons. They consume way more system resources than they should. And the good news is you can identify and manage those resource hogs. Pressing that Control-Shift-Escape to bring back that task manager again, you can look at the Processes tab. Click on Memory to sort by memory usage, and you'll see which programs are using the most RAM. And if you see a program using a lot of memory that you're not actively using, then you can close it. Just right-click and select End Task. But be careful. Don't close system processes or things you don't recognize. Some programs are just naturally memory heavy. Video editing software, games, browsers with lots of tabs, they're going to use more memory, and that's normal. The problem is when programs you're not using are consuming resources in the background. Now, sometimes, despite all your best cleanup efforts, your computer is still slow, and this might mean it's time to consider hardware upgrades or replacement. Now, here are the signs that cleanup won't be enough. Your computer is more than 5 to 7 years old, you have less than 8 gigs of RAM, you're still using a traditional hard drive and not an SSD, or your computer struggles with basic tasks even after a good cleanup. Now, the good news is that some upgrades can dramatically improve performance without breaking the bank, such as adding more RAM or switching to an SSD can make an old computer feel new again. But sometimes the most cost-effective solution is a replacement. If your computer is old enough to vote, well, it's time to start shopping for a new one. So here's a simple weekly routine to keep your computer running smoothly. And I promise this is going to take less time than cleaning your bathroom. Monday, restart your computer to start the week fresh. Wednesday, check for and install any pending updates. Friday, empty your recycle bin and clear your browser data. Once a month, run a disk cleanup and check your startup programs. Once a quarter, review and uninstall programs you don't use. The key is making it routine. Set reminders if you need to. Your computer is going to thank you, and you'll thank yourself when everything runs smoothly. So, before we wrap up, let's talk about what not to do when trying to speed up your computer. Don't download PC cleanup software that promises to magically fix everything. Most of these are scams and are going to actually slow down your computer more. Don't delete files you don't understand. When in doubt, leave it alone or ask someone who knows. Don't disable your antivirus software to improve performance. A fast computer that's infected with malware isn't fast. It's just fast at spreading viruses. Don't expect miracles from a 10-year-old computer. Sometimes the best performance improvement is a new device. And please, don't hate your computer when it's slow. I know it's tempting, and it doesn't help. You might break something important. So, here's your weekend computer tune-up project. And you can do this while watching Netflix or whatever else you do around the office or the house when you're just trying to stay busy. So, Saturday morning, clean up your startup programs and empty your recycle bin. Saturday afternoon, clear out your downloads folder and run a disk cleanup. Sunday morning, update your software, restart your computer. Sunday afternoon, set up your weekly maintenance reminders. The whole thing should take maybe 2 hours total. Spread it across the weekend, and the best part is you only have to do the big cleanup once. And after that, it's just regular maintenance. So, look, computers aren't magic. They're just machines that need a little care and feeding to run well. You don't need to be a tech expert to keep your computer running smoothly. You just need to give it a little attention now and then. Most computer slowdowns are caused by digital clutter, not hardware problems. A little cleanup goes a long way, and the best part is that most of these fixes, they are completely free. And if you've tried these tips and your computer's still running like it's powered by hamsters, well, then it might be time for professional help or hardware upgrades, and we're always here to help evaluate what's going on and recommend the best path forward. Contact Northern Technology Services at 844-959-5040 if you need help with your computer performance, hardware upgrades, or just want someone to take a look at what's slowing things down. So stay tuned as we work to release some more videos coming up over the course of the next few weeks here. And make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it. So thanks for watching on Tech Tips. And remember, a little computer maintenance goes a long way. Your future self will thank you when everything works.